Merry Meet, Annie here. Today, it's all about joy, but a specific kind of joy, the voicing of joy. Today's reflection is inspired by a poem I wrote called Incantation. The definition of incantation is the use of words as a magic spell. And words alone are enough to accomplish all of our magics. They're what we send into the universe as vibration. They're unique and cannot be duplicated as they come from the soul within each of us. My poem. Ocean is working magic with the moon. Sand is working magic with the sun. Sea and seaside sorcery. Beneath everything, the chanting of existence, the magic of nature is a constantly unfolding invocation, rarely a dirge, always a hallelujah. I give voice to my joy. What I speak will be. Today I speak magic. I remember what inspired me to this poem. I was at a very large shopping mall. I admit, I love shopping malls in the holiday season. I love the energy, the music, and the decorations which shift the entire place into something that looks otherworldly. When I was a suburbanite especially, I loved the environment in the malls in the holiday season. I took my magics wherever I could find them. I'm someone who has absolutely no interest in shopping. It's always been that way for me, which makes me a natural-born people watcher in a mall. And I've always particularly enjoyed that during the holiday season. But there was the time that inspired this poem, when the energy at the mall was, well, for lack of a better word, sad. There was so much rushing around and manic collecting of purchases, very little laughter, no courtesy, no sense of holiday spirit, which I have to say was unusual in my mall experiences. Not that there weren't instances of Scroogeness in my visits there throughout the years, but they were in pockets, with joy being the general energy of the space. But not this particular day. I swear every person there wanted to be anywhere but there. As I was about to give up my people watching and go home, my attention was caught by a family that came into the area where I was sitting. It was a young family with 3 young children, the youngest in a stroller. They were having the time of their lives. Their joy was infectious. The 2 little ones, they were especially fascinated with the fountain, and their laughter echoed throughout the high space. Everything in the room centered on them for me, as if there was, well, a spotlight on them. And then I noted that the light started to expand outwards from them. Sometimes it's really cool to be a witch and to enjoy what it brings our way. I could see their energy, and I could see it becoming wider and wider and moving outside of them. The light then moved from person to person in a widening circle until the entire area around the fountain, and including it, was wrapped in a golden glow. It was a tangible shift in reality, and fascinating to watch. Those who were in a hurry, loaded down with packages, faces to their cell phones and making no eye contact with the folks around them, seemed to swerve around the area, some instinct to avoid it. It was fascinating to watch, as they had to make quite the detour not to walk through that area. And then every now and then, one of them would come close to the edge of the golden glow. look up and then step into it, almost as if it was a magnet pulling them in, and their entire demeanor would change. I'd like to say it stayed that way, but when the young family moved away after about 20 minutes or so, the glow subsided, and the energy of folks around the fountain couldn't maintain it. Everyone seemed to go back to their stressed consideration of purchases to make. But in that time of glow, I still don't have the words for how beautiful and how very real it was. The next night after that was a full moon, so timing very much like this time of the year. And I found myself voicing my joy to the moon and reflecting on the power of bringing the beautiful emotions out of ourselves and into the world. It's not just about feeling it. It's about creating the golden glow, to manifest change in the world, truly to shift reality with emotion. It's about making magic. Always a hallelujah. I wish you mirth and reverence. Merry part.